I was in high school when this came out. The director of Poltergeist, Invaders from Mars, and the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, too. Tobe Hooper is no stranger to science fiction, camp, and horror. In 1984, he directed a movie based on a novel called The Space Vampires, but the title sounded too much like a low-budget sci-fi movie, so they renamed it. The movie combined science fiction, vampires, zombies, and sex. Now that I have your attention, this is Lifeforce. The crew of the Space Shuttle Churchill discovers an alien spaceship hiding in Halley's Comet. This is a pretty crowded workspace, isn't it? Among the crew is Colonel Tom Carlson, played by Steve Railsback. They go to investigate the alien ship and find it loaded with giant dead Bruce Waynes. Ew, rude. Moving forward, they get to first class and find the pretty people. Pretty naked people. 2 males and 1 woman. This is Space Girl, that's her name in the credits, played by Matilda May. Eyes up here, pal.
Let's see if we can break them free.
Remember, they're more valuable if you keep them in their boxes. They've lost contact with Earth, so they don't even know what's going on up here. But let's take some of the pretty people home. It'll be fine. There's quite a bit of nudity in this movie, and I'll have to censor it a bit. I just don't want YouTube to flag it, so if you want to see it uncensored, go rent it. Totally worth it. Cut to a month later, the space shuttle drifting back to Earth with nobody talking. Earth launches a rescue shuttle, because we always have those ready to go, and discovers everyone is not only dead, they are really dead. But the pretty people are still okay.
I think there's something you ought to see in the tug bay.
Yeah, I bet it's called the tug bay. Back on Earth, Space Girl is confounding scientists.
And the bodies from the cases?
We're going to do our first dissection now.
Let's see if the carpet matches the drapes. Hey, what you doing there? I'm sorry, I wasn't doing anything. Please don't call HR. Here, is this what you want? Stay focused. Don't look down. Don't look down. Shit, I looked down. Holy shit, Red Shoe Diaries is on. She gives him some snoo-snoo. And proceeds to literally suck the life out of him. Hey, wait for me. I want some snoo-snoo. This guy is pretty drained. Worth it. He's like, no, take me instead.
Use my body.
Okay. Alright, Red Shoe Diaries. Oh, wait. Maybe if we send enough guys in one at a time, she'll get full.
Where's the girl?
Did I miss the snoo-snoo? Looks like someone didn't get a happy ending. Fun fact, Alfred Hitchcock was actually pretty hot. Suddenly it's Special Victims Unit up here. Ease off, Detective Stabler. She's a girl, not a beagle. Put the Scooby snack down.
Nice and easy. Come on. Come to me.
Some have teeth. This one has a death ray. Hate to see you escape, but we love watching you leave. I'll be examining the security tapes. I'll need about 8 minutes of privacy. Colonel Kane arrives, played by Peter Firth. Stop pretending to be a big deal, it's just TMZ. My god, give this man a sandwich and a Gatorade, stat.
Tell me again how the girl overpowered you.
She was naked.
Was it sexual?
Yes, overwhelmingly so. And horrible.
Oh, don't act like you didn't enjoy it.
May I be excused? I seem to be feeling a little more nauseous than I thought.
Yes, of course.
I got something to take care of if you catch my drift. This is resident death expert and vampire explainer Dr. Vallata, played by Frank Finlay.
If I'm correct, the life force is conserved always and in all things, even after death.
Midichlorians, got it. Okay, Space Girl is out and about, but what about those 2 space dudes? Don't sneak up on me like that. I've been staring at their balls for 2 hours and I'm a little on edge. Either they're awake or Kevin Spacey's basement just exploded.
Have they started the autopsy on the guard yet?
I believe so, sir.
The victim was turned into a California raisin. Just as they're about to autopsy, he's rudely awakened. His hair still looks great, by the way. Thirsty. So thirsty. Come on, big guy, bring it in. Come on, here you go. There you go. Ah, come on. Say, that's a nice life force. Hand it over. Hey guys, miss anything? So, a life force can be traded like a t-shirt. Well, bodies start turning up and witnesses are unreliable.
Well, did you see where they went, where the dark-haired girl went?
No, we didn't.
I didn't see a face, I was too busy cracking one off.
It was 2 hours ago that the guard was attacked. I wouldn't be at all surprised if we're seeing a pattern here.
After about 2 hours, the vampire victims get hungry, and if they don't get either another Lifeforce or a Snickers bar right away, and I mean within minutes, this happens.
The victims need regular infusions of energy, otherwise...
Otherwise what?
They turn vegan. What do you think is going to happen? More victims are having similar fates. That was awesome! Get another one! Looks like someone survived the Churchill after all. Colonel Carlson. Now you know why he's the only one I called out by name. He fills in the blanks.
Please tell us what happened.
We found the bodies aboard the alien spacecraft.
Oh, did I forget to mention the freaking alien spacecraft? Probably should have led with that. Then the crew died one by one, leaving Carlson alone. He blamed the space girl, blew up the shuttle hoping to destroy her, and jettisoned in the world's cutest escape pod.
She killed all my friends and I still didn't want to leave.
Didn't want to leave those boobs. Carlson is plagued by bad dreams. Well, bad depending on who you ask. Ew, I hope this is sweat.
Tell us about the dream, Carlson.
Yeah, slowly. Set the mood. Can I put on some Luther Vandross? For some reason, Carlson shares a psychic link with Space Girl. This might give them an edge, but I'm not sure how. You'd think that connection would be two-way, and she'd be onto him. Anyway, they hypnotize Carlson to try to locate her. So now she's in a redhead, and psychic visions come with crane shots. Now she's hopping from body to body, feeding little at a time, trying to stay under the radar. Hey, isn't that the perv from Clockwork Orange? Don't let him grab your junk. And it seems our alien of interest was dropped off at a psychiatric hospital. Patrick Stewart is Dr. Armstrong, the manager of the hospital. The mystery woman was a nurse here, but a very uncomfortable interrogation reveals the alien is gone.
Tell me.
Where is she? This is going to a very weird place. Don't kiss. Bad things happen in this movie when people kiss. At first, signs point to a patient, but Carlson immediately figures out Dr. Armstrong is the one harboring the alien. How did he figure this out? This movie was made in 1985, and Patrick Stewart still looks bloody amazing. Hello, space vampire.
I love you. We entered your minds. I took my shape from your mind.
You gotta admit, the man does good work. Another uncomfortable interrogation reveals this was a wild goose chase to lead them away from Space Girl's physical body in London. To bring the alien under control, they give him a Charlie Sheen-sized sedative. Oh, and Falada takes out one of the male vampires. We watch a bunch of people we don't know explode and die, but something this important happens off screen? You should have seen it. It was really cool. I was amazing. But Space Girl gets away in a sequence that's pretty disturbing and unsettling.
You've got to tell me what happened, what really happened on the Churchill.
Turns out Carlson was possessed or something and caused all the problems on the shuttle.
She took some of my energy. And she gave me some of her energy.
Now I have to get tested every 3 months. Anyone surprised? No? Okay, moving on. London is under quarantine, and nobody is allowed in before they nuke the place. Well, they've been busy harvesting Lifeforce energy. It's really just a scientific way of saying their souls, thus turning them into these zombies that also need to feed on others. It's like a diabolical pyramid scheme, or any other pyramid scheme. Where's Doctor Who when you need her? Martial law has been declared, and our heroes have been separated from their parents. The movie did the blue beam into the sky before it was cool, then quickly overused by every other movie in Hollywood. So the males drain the life force and send it back over to Space Girl, who then sends it back to their ship. But Carlson charges in boner first to confront Space Girl. Ah, shit, this means I have to go after him, doesn't it? Carlson finds Space Girl via psychic link, or did he just follow the giant blue beam? Kane finds Falada alive for some helpful advice and a weapon upgrade. And Falada dies when he turns into an overcooked hot dog. Then he vastly overestimates a fart. Come on, Mr. Pointy, Buffy's gotta work. Carlson finds Space Girl ready for their final battle.
I knew you would come, Carlson.
Give him a couple minutes. I think she has a quest for him.
Come with me, Carlson.
Okay. Kane is having a rather uneventful jog to the cathedral, and Tinkerbell is on a murder spree. Oh, hi, male vampire.
It'll be much less terrifying if you just come to me.
Tyrone Magnus, is that you?
I'll do just that.
Bye, male vampire. Geez, I thought Deadpool took a long time to die. Meanwhile, Carlson is battling Space Girl with his genitals. Don't look at it, Marion.
Why do I feel so close to you?
You're like me. Be with me.
Okay. Bro, I hung a sock on the cathedral door for a reason. Give me like 3 minutes, okay? Ah, hell, let's do this. Handoff from Kane, Carlson makes the ultimate sacrifice. Interrupting sexy time with a different kind of penetration. Went a little too deep, didn't we? Well, I guess they're dead, but the madness ends finally. They pack up what souls they have and split back to the comet. That's about it. See you in 76 years. That was Lifeforce. Based on the novel The Space Vampires by Colin Wilson, Lifeforce received mostly negative reviews and bombed at the box office. Still, when a 16-year-old me watched it for the first time, I enjoyed it. This was practically porn where stuff blows up. But don't watch it with your mother. It gets awkward. Carlson was a tortured soul, trying to resist the malevolent force so irresistibly drawing him in. By the end, you don't really see him settling back into a normal life. His actions, possessed or not, murdered most of London. Most of the characters here pretty much drift from plot point to plot point. They were just keeping up with the plot. But Patrick Stewart is always a win. Always. Space Girl, I really wish she had a name. She was an interesting villain. No, I'm not talking about the nudity. Alluring, yet menacing. Appearing extremely vulnerable, while being extremely dangerous and powerful. A modern take on a vampire. There are still parallels. This is her coffin. Instead of blood, they feed off the very life force of their victims. Big bats, passing on their curse, the sexual compulsion, the coffins. They're even introduced hanging upside down. Subtle. The alien sets are gorgeous. The puppets and creature effects are top-notch. Frightening and unsettling imagery. Lots of nightmare fuel here. Even the chaos in the streets of London has enough scale to feel genuinely apocalyptic. It's like a high-budget Hammer film. The story starts really interesting. Who are these people? What's happening here? It starts to get silly and corny after the second act, and descends into pure camp by Act 3. It just gets crazier and crazier. Some of the acting is over the top, and some of the dialogue is cheesy, but the entire movie is over the top and cheesy, so it's fine.
Why do I feel so close to you? Need you?
There's a bit of exposition and discussion, lots of hypothesizing, but it still helps us get a more complete picture of this situation and the people. Still, there were more than a few things that I would have liked to have seen rather than be told about. Lifeforce is 2.5 Bs. Campy, it's creepy, yet still a lot of fun. It's so balls to the wall insane, you can't help but stick with it. Thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, all the usual YouTube stuff. This is theNewBee, and I'll see you later, kids. Toodles!